Hey, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. I have another yummy recipe from the Philippines, and it's called kamote Q. So that is basically fried candied sweet potatoes, and it's a very easy recipe. It just needs time and patience for cooking. So all you need is 2 cups of canola oil. So this is my house stock of canola oil. 1 cup of packed brown sugar. So here is my packed brown sugar. So C&H is the only brand that I use. I don't use any other brand. I've been fooled before that the sugar that is not C&H was pure sugar and there had been cornstarch in it. So I don't touch any other brand than C&H in all my cooking to make sure I get that pure cane sugar. That's for sure. Okay. 2 white flesh sweet potatoes peeled and cut into rounds. So here I have a sweet potato and it's already been peeled. Okay, so I have 3 of them and this is what it looks like on the outside. All right, so it has like a reddish tinge to it, but when you open it up, it's definitely a white flesh sweet potato. So it's quite confusing sometimes because it gets confused with yams. So if you have yams, definitely you can replace with yams, but the original recipe is sweet potato with white flesh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this, peel this, and then cut these. And I'm gonna be cooking it in hyperlapse. So what I'm gonna do is add the oil, and when that's hot, I'll add the 1 cup of brown sugar. And then when it looks like it's boiling a little bit, I'll go ahead and add in the round sweet potato slices, and you'll see in the hyperlapse how well it cooks. And in the Philippines, they put the sweet potato rounds on a skewer, so I am going to try that out too, and hopefully it works out. So we are going to try to replicate this delicious recipe that they sell on the streets of the Philippines. So basically it's their street food, and we'll see how it goes. Follow along. I'll see you in a bit. So that was fun. You saw me peel a sweet potato with the white flesh. Then you saw me cut up the sweet potato into white rounds. Then you saw me put in the 2 cups of canola oil, heated that up a little bit. Then you saw me put in the 1 cup of packed brown sugar. About maybe 1 to 2 minutes after that got heated up. And then you saw me put in as much rounds of the sweet potato as I could fit in that large pot there with the 2 cups of oil. So as it progressed, you saw that the rounds started getting browner and browner and more candied up. So I maximized my time at 8 minutes once I put in the rounds, the sweet potato rounds. And I would not suggest going over 8 minutes. And that was about a medium fire. So you have to kind of know your oven and what a fried sweet potato that's candied would look like, because just a few more seconds or 30 more seconds, you might ruin it. It might be burned sweet potatoes. So for sure, this is kind of one of those recipes that you can't really walk away from. So definitely get some help. My daughter helped me. She helped me cut up and peel the sweet potatoes, and then she helped me put on the timer. If I had to walk away, she watched them and moved them around. So definitely this is one of those to get some help while you're cooking. And here it is. All right, so this is a kamote cube, aka fried candy sweet potato on a stick. So let me see if I can bring it up to you. And these are so yummy. We already had some, sorry. But yeah, no more than 8 minutes for sure. So let me try to get you a really good picture of the color. There you go. So that's a perfect color. This very front one right here is a perfect color for it. It's not burned, but it is highly caramelized with the brown sugar and the oil. And this one right here was a little bit, just a tad bit thinner than the first one I showed you. So it cooked a little bit more, so it's a little bit more crispy. So you might have to take the thinner ones out. Remember what thin ones you put in and take the thinner ones out sooner. Okay, so there it goes. Here is another stick. Okay, so the front two are thin. Okay, the middle one was thicker, and then this was thin and thick. So these things cannot be cut perfectly. The sweet potato raw is very stiff, and got to be careful cutting it, or you just end up in the hospital with the finger chopped off. So please be careful cutting your sweet potato. If you have a machine that could do it for you, all the more better. But here's another one. So that front one looks beautiful. So that was the shorter end of the potato there. Let me get this here. That's a smaller piece. And then towards the middle it gets bigger. And then here is a really highly caramelized, just a little bit more on this one. It probably would have burned, but none of these really burn. So watch your sweet potatoes when you put them in so you can get the maximum results. And this is the first time I cooked it, and I love the challenge of cooking Filipino food or any Asian fusion food or any food at all. And I reap the benefits, and my family and friends reap the benefits. And I'm so like happy when it comes out the way it's supposed to, like what I see how they sell it in the grocery stores. So yeah, now I have another recipe under my belt. If anyone wants to you know, look at the recipe and try it themselves, please do. Just takes a lot of patience and the right ingredients, and definitely come out with something like this. And you don't have to pay tons and tons like at the store. One of these right here would probably be like maybe $3. So I have 3 of them. This whole thing would be maybe $10 to $15. And we don't want that when we know that we could make it for only $3. All right, please take care, and I hope that you try it. Let me know how it goes. Take care.